Hi everybody, Carsten here. Welcome back on the channel. The video today, I managed to get one of my old sound card to actually be able to record my audio, so I can relax a little bit on my dressing and microphone. My voice is still also a bit sore after the haze last week. The weather now is getting better again. Okay, anyhow, the video today is about my latest camera that I got in my possession now, and it's a 5D Mark IV. Can I get it to focus? No. Okay, 5D Mark IV. Why did I get a 5D Mark IV? I could have been getting something newer. This is still an old camera. The reason why I love this old camera is actually because I have a Canon 5D Mark III that I have been using for more than 4 years. It have been around the world with me. It's beaten up, scale is missing and so on, but it's still working and I still have the camera. Although it's not with me here, I left it behind in Denmark and it's waiting for me to come back there and I'll pick it up again. So why do I need a 5D Mark IV then? Well, I have a personal wish, challenge that I want to do, and for that I actually do need more than one camera body. And what is more straightforward than getting a camera that I know in and out, like the 5D Mark III? That would be to get a 5D Mark IV. The 5D Mark IV is as such very similar to the 5D Mark III. The way it renders the picture, it's actually a superior. It's taking much better pictures than it's taking better pictures than the 5D Mark III in a certain way. The files on this 5D Mark IV is actually 30 megapixel, where the 5D Mark III is only 22 megapixel. Does it mean anything to me? Yes and no, not really. I'm super happy with the 22 megapixel that I get from the 5D Mark III. But I must admit, I'm blown away with the 30 megapixel that I get from this one. Would more megapixel have been an option for me? Yes and no. Of course, the more megapixel you should get more details, right? And not really. I mean, it depends on the purpose of what you're photographing, I believe. See, when I started learning photography five plus years ago, I was watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and those days it was very common that the YouTube photographers explaining about photography, explaining about cameras and so on, they would very often say the best camera you can get is the one that you have in your hand. It's not like that anymore. I see it's almost like a war going on to get the highest, the newest, latest cameras, models, whatever. I choose to use a Canon because that was actually one of the first cameras I got when I was making YouTube video early on. And one day I took a picture and I was blown away, and anyhow that made me move on the Canon cameras. I think today it doesn't matter very much whether you are picking up a Sony or a Nikon or a Canon or Fuji, whatever it is. They are all super great cameras. Latest one, yes, Of course, technology improves over the years, and the latest one sure have more technology, can do better things, can do eye detections and so on, so on. Of course, things are getting better and better, but I don't really need to have eye detection on my camera for the purpose of the pictures, the photos that I'm going to shoot. I have no need of eye detection and so on. That is my personal reference. But actually what I will need is a camera like my 5Ds that is super weather sealed, meaning there's no flip screen, everything is super duper sealed up and weatherproof. Because my plan is to bring it in extreme weather conditions. And since I know my 5D Mark III, I have brought it around and I have not even been taking super good care of it as I should maybe. And it have never failed. I have never had any issues with weather conditions, with raining, with high moisture, humidity. I have never had any problems with it. So that is my reason number one why. That is my reason number one why I choose the 5D Mark IV. Of course, compared to the 5D Mark III, there's a few features. There's a small switch here on the back where you can change between focus modes, like a shortcut. Otherwise, it is very, very similar. The operation of the how you operate the camera is similar to the 5D Mark III. What matters to me is the lenses, the glass that I put in front. I have found that to be very, very important. More important than the camera actually. I'm talking from a point of, it's not that I don't know mirrorless cameras. I actually have one here that I have been using for a couple of years. It's not a Canon, but anyhow, it makes my point why I like to look into a mirror and see what I can get, and then the exposure of the picture, that's up to me. I have to do things right. But that is one of the things that I have been practicing for the last years. And one of my conclusions with the camera also is the better glass you put in front, the better lenses you put in front, the better pictures you get actually. I have a collection of lenses that I'm quite satisfied with, if I can use that word. Most of them actually is in Denmark with the 5D Mark III. Here I only have a few lenses. I have the one that I'm using to make this video. It's a 16 to 35 f2.8 lens, which I'm gonna use very seldom actually. It's a Mark II, I think. No, I have a similar one in Denmark, and I don't know how often I use it. Depends on the situation, but it's a good thing to have. But it's not for me, that is not a do or die one. Then in Denmark I have a 24 to 70 f2.8, which really have gotten me some extremely sharp, nice pictures with the 5D Mark III. I'm looking for a Mark II version of that one. It's hard to find now. It's actually hard to find even the camera. I forgot to say this 5D Mark IV, I just got it recently, and it was a camera that I've been looking for a long time. And finally my friend in the camera shop managed to find me this one. It has a shutter count of only 19,000 pictures taken. So it's basically just running the camera. It's like a brand new camera. It looks like a brand new camera. The battery grip on it was another lucky thing that he actually found me a second-hand battery grip that looks like a brand new. So both my cameras, all my cameras for that matter of sake, the Canon that I'm using to make the video, I have a battery grip. This one and the 5D Mark III, I'm also having a battery grip, meaning I can put in 2 batteries at a time, and I find it to be very, very handy not to have to fumble with changing batteries. Like in my Fuji, I don't have battery grip, and it's a mirrorless camera, so it uses a lot more batteries than those with optical viewfinder here. Another thing that I want to mention as a difference between the 2 cameras is that this old DSLRs with a mirror, in my head, one of the things I think I benefit from it is that the mirror actually protects the sensor. I have endless fight with my mirrorless camera to clean the sensor again and again. It's like a static to dust or whatever. It just sticks on the sensor like nobody business. Every time I change my lens, there will be not every time, but there will very often be an issue. So having a mirror actually also protects the sensor. I think my 5D Mark III, I have only had a sensor cleaning one time in the 4 years I had the camera. One time. So that is one of the things that is important for me, that I don't get dust on the sensor. What lenses do I have here actually? I have 70 to 200 f2.8. Also another thing that I really like this one, and when I'm putting this one on my 5D Mark IV, oh my god, the pictures I get is out of this world. I have another lens here that will have to go. It will have to be traded in with a 2470 f2.8 Mark II. This one is a 24 to 105. I have seen a number of videos in YouTube where people say this is the holy grail of lenses that you need for your Canon. I strongly disagree. I do not get the quality of picture that I'm aiming to get with this lens. What I like about it is, of course, that you have 24 to 105 millimeter, which is a nice zoom capability compared to the 24 to 70. But the sharpness from this lens compared to the other one I have is no way near any comparison. No way. As a all-round lens, yeah, okay. I actually have been using this on my 6D Mark II camera, which I'm doing the video with, and it's the same thing. With those old Canon cameras, very often it's a matter of getting the combination of lens and camera to get something that really gives you the wow picture that you're aiming for. Some lenses, they will work very, very nicely, and some lenses they just can never make it. So, and that is one of the things. When I started out, I had no clue on what my needs will be f4, f2.8, various what is it called, aperture range on a lens, and so on. I did buy some prime lenses. I do have prime lenses there, but they are actually in Denmark, and they are giving you super sharp pictures, and so on. There's no doubt about that. But for my purpose, they are not very suitable. I need the zoom capabilities. So the chase goes on, getting the right size of lenses that I actually will need in the future. Although I'm almost where I like to be. I have some nice ones. I do not have a huge one like for my Fuji for the Canon, but I'm also not in a place where I can go and get one, because I'm really not sure where I would like to be on that one at this moment. Later on, maybe I will have some ideas, but this was everything about the video for today. My 30 megapixel Canon 5D Mark IV. I'm happy about it. I like it. It's a classic camera, and it gives me super nice pictures. Listen to the mechanics. It's not a super fast camera, and I'm planning to do some spot photography with it. Will that be a do or don't? In my case, it will work just fine with this speed. I have no issue with that. In the kind of spot that I'm going to take picture, I would have no issue at all. That's everything for the video today. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.